A pair of identical twin brothers, both highly decorated Navy SEALs, stand side by side in an urban setting at night. They are tall, muscular, and radiate quiet confidence. Their tactical gear is subtly incorporated into their civilian clothing: black boots, military-style jackets, and utility belts. Their faces are calm but intense, eyes scanning their surroundings. In the background, a group of gang members lurks in the shadows, unaware of the warriors they are about to challenge. The setting is a dimly lit alleyway with neon lights reflecting off wet pavement, creating a dramatic, cinematic atmosphere. The twins are positioned in a way that suggests they are ready for anything, one subtly adjusting his gloves, the other cracking his knuckles. The tension in the air is palpable, hinting at the imminent confrontation. An abandoned factory, dimly lit by moonlight streaming through broken windows. Cracked concrete floors and rusted metal beams loom overhead. Shadows stretch across the space, flickering with the distant glow of a street lamp outside. Two identical twin brothers stand in the center, clad in black boots, combat pants, and lightweight jackets. Their eyes scan the darkness, muscles coiled with quiet readiness. One adjusts his gloves, the other rolls his shoulders, steady breaths in sync. Around them, gang members emerge from the shadows, their postures tense with arrogance and hostility. Weapons glint under the pale light, confidence thick in the air. Unaware, unprepared. The silence stretches, the moment before everything erupts. A desolate urban alleyway at night, damp with recent rain, neon lights flickering from distant signs. Graffiti stains the brick walls, and trash litters the ground. The hum of the city lingers in the background, muffled by the narrow space. Two identical twin brothers stand at the alley's entrance, their presence calm yet imposing. Dressed in dark tactical clothing, their muscular frames and steady stances suggest years of discipline. One flexes his fists, the other tilts his head slightly, scanning the figures ahead. A gang of men lingers deeper in the alley, their faces shadowed, exuding misplaced confidence. Smirks and sneers mask their ignorance, unaware of who they have just challenged. The air tightens, thick with the weight of an imminent reckoning. A vast, abandoned warehouse looms in the darkness, its towering steel beams stretching into the shadows above. Broken windows let in streaks of cold moonlight, casting jagged patterns across the cracked concrete floor. Dust lingers in the air, swirling through the beams of light, disturbed only by the faint shuffle of movement. Rusted machinery and forgotten crates line the walls, remnants of an industry long since abandoned. The scent of oil and decay clings to the silence, thick and suffocating. At the center of the warehouse, two identical twin brothers stand with quiet, unshakable composure. They wear dark tactical clothing, their muscular forms honed from years of rigorous training. Every movement is deliberate. One tightens the straps on his gloves, the other subtly shifts his weight, feet planted firmly. Their eyes scan the darkness, sharp and unreadable, calculating every possible outcome before the first strike is even thrown. Encircling them in the dim recesses of the warehouse, a gang of men lingers, their postures exuding arrogance and misplaced confidence. Their faces are half hidden in the gloom, illuminated only by the occasional flicker of a lighter or the dull reflection of moonlight off crude weapons. Smirks curl on their lips, oblivious to the fact that they are not hunters, but prey. The air tightens, heavy with an unspoken challenge. The warehouse seems to hold its breath, waiting. A slow, deliberate step echoes through the space, the signal that the confrontation has begun. The gang shifts forward, tension crackling in the silence, unaware that the two men before them have already won. A cold wind howls through the skeletal remains of an abandoned industrial district, rattling rusted fences and whistling through shattered windows. The night is thick with mist, curling around towering warehouses and dilapidated brick buildings, their facades scarred with graffiti and bullet holes. Streetlights flicker in the distance, casting long, trembling shadows across cracked pavements slick with rain. Pools of water reflect the dim glow, creating a distorted, fractured world beneath heavy storm clouds. At the heart of this desolate expanse, two identical twin brothers stand side by side, their forms carved from discipline and experience. Their dark tactical clothing blends seamlessly into the night. Black combat boots, fitted cargo pants, and lightweight jackets that betray the concealed weapons beneath. Their expressions are unreadable, eyes sharp and unflinching, scanning their surroundings with the precision of men who have seen war and survived it. One adjusts the straps on his gloves, his fingers flexing in anticipation. The other shifts his stance slightly, weight balanced, every muscle coiled with the quiet readiness of a predator waiting to strike. Beyond them, lurking in the shadows, a gang of armed men fans out, their movements slow and deliberate. Smirks flash in the dim light, arrogance radiating from their postures. Their confidence is palpable, fed by ignorance. They see only two men, unaware they are standing before warriors forged in fire and blood. Knives glint, gun barrels rise ever so slightly, but the twins do not flinch. The air grows heavy, thick with the storm's humidity and the weight of an impending reckoning. A distant thunderclap rumbles across the city, as if the heavens themselves recognize the violence about to unfold. Footsteps echo against wet pavement. The first mistake is made. The twins, motionless until now, shift, silent, controlled, inevitable. The moment stretches, balanced on a razor's edge, waiting for the first spark to ignite the fire. A storm brews over the city, dark clouds rolling in to swallow the stars. The wind whips through the alleyways, carrying the distant hum of traffic and the occasional wail of a siren. Rain drizzles down, slicking the cracked pavement and pooling in uneven potholes, reflecting the flickering neon glow of run-down storefronts. The air is thick with tension, the kind that makes the night feel heavier, as if something unseen lurks just beyond the shadows. At the edge of a forgotten industrial block, two identical twin brothers stand in the dim light of a broken street lamp. They are statuesque, their stillness unnatural, like coiled steel waiting to spring. Their dark tactical clothing clings to their powerful frames, combat boots planted firmly, fitted cargo pants holding an arsenal of concealed weapons, and lightweight jackets that shift ever so slightly in the wind. Their faces, mirror images of one another, are unreadable. No fear. No hesitation. Just sharp, calculating eyes scanning the darkness ahead. Beyond them, lurking in the depths of the alley, a gang of men emerges like jackals circling prey. Their postures drip with overconfidence, their grins lazy and filled with bravado. They believe they own this part of the city, that no one dares to challenge them. The glint of a knife, the metallic weight of a gun shifting in someone's hand, none of it unsettles the twins. The gang does not yet realize the mistake they've made. A single drop of water drips from an overhang, striking the pavement with an echoing plink. The world seems to pause, balanced on the knife's edge of violence. Muscles tense, fingers twitch, breath slow. The air crackles with the storm's energy, the city itself bracing for the coming storm, one not born of wind and rain, but of flesh, bone, and unrelenting precision. I hope you have enjoyed the stories. Make sure to subscribe and follow for more.